What's up, guys? Wyatt Hurts here with a little more Homefront. This time, team deathmatch on green zone. I'm carrying the M4. Now, this is a slick little gun. It's great for close quarters combat. Great at mid-range when you're aiming down the sights, and breaking into the long range just a little bit. Now I have a silencer on there, straight from the hip and steady aim. All these are stabilizing factors to minimize this funky recoil that's on this gun. Now, it has a tendency to kick off to the side and up just a little bit, and I personally find it difficult to, when there's a target moving across my line of sight, and if the recoil's kicking off in the opposite direction, I find it difficult to kind of make that necessary adjustment to finish them off, you know, to hold them in my sight and finish them off. So yeah, that's why I have all that those stabilizing effects on the gun right now. So I don't know what I did there. I popped a couple grenades into the wall, a little head shake, and if I remember right, my middle mouse button, which is my grenade button, it just didn't hold on that first grenade, and I tried to adjust my finger to save it, and I just popped a second one in there. So anyway. So looking around, some good players in this game. If you've spent any time on live on Homefront, you'll recognize these names. You know, Tekken, Killer DKS, Peace Pat, Warren Door, Special Forces in here, Nightmare. I know I'm missing some guys, but this shapes up to be a really good game. But I do think our team ends up dominating in the end. We'll have to wait and see. So I see this yellow dot on my radar, sitting in the cage here in this little supply area, right? And coming around the corner to get him, and Tekken rushes in there, ever the opportunist to steal my kill. Now, I miss out on this Humvee action, just a burning husk left there. So I'll take the opportunity here while things are slowing down, just to thank any guys that have come into the channel and checked out some of the content, the early content that I'm releasing. I hope you do come back for more. So I take out Pat's Humvee here, and both of them they both eject out of there. And I get stuck with that detonator in my hand. I don't know why sometimes it will automatically switch you back to your primary, and other times it just leaves you sitting there with your detonator in your hand, right? You know what I really want to say there, but yeah, I don't know why that happens. Even when you burn off both your C4s, sometimes you still get stuck with it, and it just makes no sense to me. So I take Warren Door out here. What ends up happening is he spawns right on the other side of this fence here, and gets the jump on me, you know, catches me off guard. With that spawn shield, I really didn't stand a chance. He had me lined up. But he gets bent over backwards, so that looks good on him right there. So come in with the scout, you know, try and do a little damage here, put a dent in the other team. One of the trickier maps to fly on, there is just so many immovable objects. I mean, all those lampposts that are scattered on all four corners of the map, you know, they can be deadly for anybody that likes to do some low flying, and you're almost forced to do some low flying here because of all the tree cover that, you know, that all these trees provide, right? So Nightmare, I think he's stuck on the side here, but no, he's in there mulching up guys with his propeller. And he even slams into me on the way by. And that's not an easy pass to make, so props to him there. So here I am, just kind of scanning these tree lines. This here is another trick area. You know, these two massive buildings. This is a heavy spawn area. At any given time, you know, guys have a tendency to congregate under those. In those walkways under those buildings. And there's Mr. Fighter, you know, there's another great player, and he is persistent, that guy. When you're in a helicopter, anybody's in a helicopter, I've watched him play, and he really has a tendency to make it his personal mission to take out anything that's flying in the air, so he will be he'll be all over me this game. I follow War around here. So yeah, and the nice flight between the buildings held my target as I did it. But then I just drop in a little bit low here, catch the barbed wire on one of my skids. recover pretty easily, but get stuck in this mess of fire. You know, fighters over there between the buildings launching RPGs at me. If he'd had a proxy there, I think I would have been done for. So I hop into the co-pilot seat just to do a quick drop. I see him out of the corner of my eye and swing back to finish him off. Now at the other end of the map, pretty sure an LAV has spawned. Yeah. I get into a nice little standoff here with Killer DKS. He's sitting in the secondary, on the secondary cannon. It's just a stationary LAV. Catches me with that one. I kind of saved my flares because I knew I had to circle around here. And what I end up doing, and what you should do is if you're flying and you need to take cover and you're at this end of the map, you need to let your flares recharge. You need to try and break a missile lock. This is the spot to sit. So you can still hear the warning going. He's still sitting in that secondary cannon, which is his mistake. He knows he should have known I would be back out to do a little more damage. And now I just kind of rinse and repeat the process. Launch the flares again, come back here, let them recharge. And I can remember several months ago, before they patched the game, you used to be able to, if you were circling a stationary LAV that was trying to lock you, and if you circled it and caught the angle just right, when the lock happened, the missile would miss you every time. It would shoot past you and then turn around and slam into the ground. And it used to be a real effective method for taking out those stationary LAVs that were trying to lock you. But ever since the patch, you haven't been able to do it. Maybe that I've cranked up my speed since then, and that could also be the issue. I'm not really sure though. So I come in here, I stumble upon a nest of them. There's about 6 of them in there that I clean up. I send to the afterlife before I'm finally done here. So I put them down. I do run into a couple more new spawners that were spawning over by the buildings here. I take a rocket on the way out, and then Tekken comes in with a cluster bomb to save the day, save my ass. Trick's cheering me. He's loving it as he's watching it. And so now I'm in the red. I'm looking for those 2 kills. I got 1. I need 2 kills, 1 more now for the repairs. And I end up swiveling my head, giving up on the stick, you know, my steering there. And just this ends up being my downfall. Is when I clip that building, it sends me on an awkward line, and there's Fighter to finally finish me off. So you know, and he earned that. He stuck with me for most of that flight. So good on him. Now I come back with another scout and faced with Pat's Rhino right away, so I need to deal with that. Always prioritize when you're flying, especially when you're taking fire from multiple directions. Always try and figure out which one is the most severe threat and deal with it first, while trying to evade the rest of the fire at the same time, right? Now that's a nice little spot there when you need to just take cover for a second. Nothing can really get a good angle on you there. Just make sure your tail end isn't sticking off the back side of the building. So I think I was thinking about flying between the buildings there, but after what had just happened, I thought twice about it. So doing a little more low flying, stalking, hunting, looking for something to kill, and there's just really nothing. I don't think I had seen that guy when I was actually playing the game. So I'm stuck hunting Fighter, and I wouldn't mind a little revenge on him here. He disappears inside here. Now, there he is right there. Now, all that spray that I put right in there, I can't believe I didn't get one hit marker from a bullet hitting the ground next to his feet. But anyway, he survives in there. Probably ran to the back of the room. I end up just parking the heli on the roof. And the match is about done here, so 10,000 to 5,800. It was a good game, but we really did dominate them, nearly doubling them in our score. And 21-3, a pretty solid game. Not my best match, but certainly not my worst. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Leave a like or a comment, maybe a sub, and come back for more. And until next time, you know, remember why it hurts. All right, later, guys.